Hi everyone, welcome to SDH-HV Bercerita, brought to you by Sekolah Dian Harapan Holland Village. My name is Bapak Franata and I'm going to read Round the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne, chapter 1 until 2. Chapter 1. The journey begins. Over 100 years ago, there lived a man named Phileas Fogg. For many years, he led a very quiet life. He spent every day at his club, which was where rich men went to meet their friends. Every morning, he left his house at exactly 11:30 and walked 576 steps to his club. Then he ate lunch. After lunch, Fogg read 3 newspapers from cover to cover. Then he ate supper. After that, he played cards with friends. "You've beaten us again, Fogg." On the stroke of midnight, he went home to bed, before doing exactly the same the next day. But one Wednesday, everything changed. Fogg read some amazing news in his paper. "Listen to this," he announced to his friends. "It says it's possible to travel around the world in only 80 days. I don't believe it." He'd jump from train to ship to train again non-stop. Despite his friends' laughter, Fogg was convinced he could do it. When one friend bet that it couldn't be done, Fogg replied, "I will bet 20,000 pounds that I can go around the world in 80 days or less." Everyone thought he was crazy, but Fogg had made up his mind. "I sail back on December 21st, he said. "See you in 80 days. As soon as he arrived home, Fogg asked Passepartout, his butler, to pack a small bag. Luckily, Passepartout had been an acrobat and could move quickly. "We're leaving on round the world trip tonight." In less than 10 minutes, they were on their way to the station. And at 8:45 exactly, the train pulled out. Fogg and Passepartout were off on their great adventure. They were heading for the coast, where they could catch a boat to France, but they were also heading straight for trouble. Chapter 2. Arriving in Africa. While Phileas Fogg was crossing Europe, the police were hunting a runaway thief. Only a few days before, he had stolen the huge sum of 50,000 pounds from the Bank of England. An inspector named Fix was convinced the thief would escape by sailing from Europe to Africa. He was waiting on the quay when Fogg reached Suez in North Africa. Fogg sent Passepartout to get his passport stamped. "I need proof of this trip," he explained. Quiet by chance, Passepartout happened to ask Inspector Fix the way to the passport office. When Fix saw the passport, he gasped. Fogg's description exactly matched the description of the thief. Fix was certain he'd found his man. "That's him!" But he couldn't act at once. First, he needed some paper which would allow him to arrest the thief. So, Fix found out where Fogg was going and sent an urgent message to London. I'm on the trail of the thief, following him to India. Send a race paper to Bombay. Fix quickly packed a small bag and boarded the ship for India. The voyage was rough, but Fogg stayed as calm as ever. He ate 4 meals a day and played cards. He might have been at home. 2 days early, the ship steamed into Bombay. Inspector Fix was ready to make his arrest, but the papers had not arrived. My only hope, Fix decided, is to stop Fogg from leaving India. Later that day, he saw his chance. Passepartout had visited a temple, but he didn't realize he was supposed to take off his shoes. When a priest took them from his feet, he started a fight. Fix was delighted. Now I've seen the butler break the law. I can make sure he's arrested and jailed here, along with his master. Fix followed Passepartout to the station and watched him catch a train. See you in Calcutta, Fix muttered to himself. I'll get your Mr. Fogg there. That's the end of chapter 2. See you again.